Welcome to Full Count Rhythm Baseball on the Full Count Broadcast Network. Presented by Full Count Ministries and Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. Now let's head into the ballpark for tonight's game.
Tim Reese at Drake's Creek, number 3, and we are not in a creek, but there are parts of a creek around the field. But thankfully, an all artificial infield, which will help with getting this game going tonight. This is Tim Reese on the Full Count Broadcast Network, getting a late start here in Hendersonville, trying to work toward a 7:30 game time, and it is starting to sprinkle again. We had a pretty good downpour about 6:45, and early on we had lightning strikes that caused delays, and that was the original delay for the 7:30 start. Both teams out getting some ground balls on the wet turf. And tonight's a special night. Players for the Full Count Rhythm wearing their special mission jerseys. Those jerseys will be auctioned off. You see that I have already made the first bid on numbers 1, 13, and 17. I misspoke the other day when I said there's not a number 7. Carson Howard, who's actually hitting ground balls right now, right near home plate, he does wear the number 7. He happens to be the third base coach. So the other day, I did not have the coach's numbers, but Josh Carman, number 33, I believe Jimmy Gamboa is number 34, Carson Howard, number 7, Jonah Smithson, number 17. So you can start the bid now, at least says I. I don't know that Brooke Carman necessarily said it, but we are starting the broadcast. I'm assuming we are going to be doing the bidding here tonight. The umpires and coaches out meeting. We'll take a break and be right back with the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate starting lineup.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Welcome back to the Full Count Broadcast Network. Now it's time for the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate starting lineup.
Umpires and head coaches meeting. Josh Carman for the Full Count Rhythm. J.D. Willis, the head coach for the Fulton Railroaders. We'll get to the umpires a little bit later on. Let's get to the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate starting lineup. First for the visitors from Fulton, Kentucky, Jacob Lott leading off. He'll play left field. Austin Phillips at shortstop, bats second. Jaden Perez in right field, hits third. Chris Henson behind the plate is a cleanup hitter. Matthew Reinhardt is a DH. He'll bat fifth. Second baseman Owen Phillips bats sixth. Caleb Warren down at first base. He'll bat seventh. Elijah Nichols in center field hitting eighth. And David Golden at third base batting ninth. And just got a late information that Grant Baskin will be the starting pitcher. Left-hander from George Fox University, hometown Arroyo Grande, California. Do not have any statistical accomplishments yet for any opposing team members, as getting a handle on the stats in Game Changer. So I do have stats tonight of my own that I have for Full Count Rhythm. The Roaders come in with a record of 2-3 on the season. They have won those last 2 in a row, so they lost their first 3 and are on a 2-game winning streak. And here is the Rhythm starting lineup. Lou D'Alessio in center field leads off. John Paul Head batting second, playing right field. Jackson Cothran back with the squad. He's the DH and hitting in the 3-hole. Blake Carter, the cleanup hitter, plays first base. Jake Merrick batting fifth, playing third base. Trace Simmons will hit sixth and be behind the plate. Parker Staborski in left field, batting seventh. Spencer Yu at second base, batting eighth. Logan Kroc plays shortstop and bats ninth. And on the mound for the Full Count Rhythm, Chase Fernandez, an incoming freshman to Trevecca Nazarene University. He is a right-hander, 6'3", 210 pounds, from Smyrna, Tennessee. Get to that right page here, and you'd think that I would be ready with the delay, but got a delayed lineup for the Fulton Railroaders. He went to Stewart's Creek High School, so he's a Creeker, a Red Hawk, a business major rising to Trevecca Nazarene, the son of Lex and Jennifer Fernandez, brother to Alex, and the grandson of Abuelo y Abuela in Puerto Rico and Nana in Laverne, Tennessee. As the starting lineups, Chick-fil-A brought to you by Chick-fil-A of Rivergate, our title sponsor, located in Madison, right on the edge of Sumner County, on Gallatin Road, right by the soon-to-be redeveloped Rivergate Mall area. And Todd and Linda Hunley, great supporters of Full Count Ministries and longtime believers, and two of the most generous people you'll ever meet in your life. So if you get a chance, you get to get into Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. Make sure to thank the staff up there for their support of Full Count Rhythm Baseball. Starting lineups for the Fulton Railroaders announced, and now we will have our invocation and national anthem as it is still raining here in Hendersonville, Tennessee. Umbrellas are up, and somebody's still out there warming up in center field. I hope that's not Chase Fernandez, but whoever it is, going to have to stop to do the national anthem at some point in time. It's not Chase Fernandez. Peyton Vaught, is that who you said? Logan Harrell, our clock operator tonight. Scoreboard, running the scoreboard, back for his second time on the scoreboard. Somebody from Fulton Railroaders chimed in, says, "What's up, old buddy?" I'm going to guess Eddie Crittenden might be handling the Fulton Railroaders Facebook page tonight. Mark Dixon, the answer is yes. You just go ahead and type your bid in right here on the Facebook post. And opening bid for number 45, I don't know why, is $250. $250 for number 45. I'm just kidding. That is Tim Dixon's number. And Mark Dixon is his father, so he's probably going to want number 45, although he might want number 32. We will have a live performance of our national anthem tonight, and our prayer invocation will be by John Smithson, the director of ministry for Full Count Rhythm. But we will take a break, and we'll be right back with the start of today's game.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft-serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
Think about something for a moment. Every single business, from the smallest neighborhood bakery to the biggest multinational corporation, is someone's dream come true. The byproduct of planning and determination and hard work. If you own a business, you already know that. So you'll also understand that fire and security protection isn't just about protecting property. It's about safeguarding dreams. At Corson, that's what we've specialized in since 1946. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Hey, I've been thinking, bank fees can seem pretty cruel. Well, they did until I went to Volunteer State Bank. I found a bank with a local personalized service and free checking. Yeah, may I present to you Kasasa. Now, it's kind of like my checking account is paying me instead of the other way around. Visit one of our 11 locations or anywhere you have a phone. Real people, real solutions right here. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
And the national anthem sung here at the park. And Tim Ferguson says, we hadn't learned that one yet. Right after that national anthem, Tim, we need you to say play ball. We'll get it figured out. Today is missions night here, Friday night at the ballpark. Beautiful weather here in Hendersonville, Tennessee for tonight's special night of missions as we honor those. And we'll pray for and just prayed for the 125 or so young men and some not so young that will be going on mission this summer with the Full Count Ministry down to Nicaragua, to Mazante, where the mission house is located. And 3 weeks in June and 3 weeks in July. I'm not sure if they're going to bring the folks that have shown up for the mission night or not. And the rain coming down a little bit harder now as you see some more umbrellas coming up. But beautiful jerseys, and let the bidding begin for, I think they're going 1 through 45. So if you have a question, you can pose it on the Facebook page. And if you're not sure if a bid has been made, because the bids can also be made here at the park. So sometimes I think they post it on there that when a bid that's been made on Facebook, if it's below the bid that's been made here at the park, they'll announce that or let you know. So if you have a question, go ahead and pose it. Brooke Carmen and possibly others are watching the Facebook feed tonight. So Chase Fernandez out on the mound getting his final warm-up tosses. The incoming freshman to Trevecca from Stewart's Creek High School, 6'2", 210-pound right-hander from Smyrna, Tennessee. Lex and Jennifer Fernandez are his parents. This is his first outing of the season. The Rhythm come in with a record of 4-1. Won their first 3 games, lost to the Madisonville Miners. Ron Wilson has posted. He's listening in. Apparently they've been rained out tonight. As we'll get to the schedule here to see what the other 4 teams where they were supposed to play. As soon as my internet will come up. June 6th today, big day in the history of the United States. Looks like we're the only game in town in the Ohio Valley League tonight. Paducah at Madisonville has been canceled, and the Henderson Flash at Hoptown has been canceled. So we're going to try to get this ball game in, scheduled for 9 innings. We'll see how it goes. This rain should dissipate here before too long, but it is currently raining now. Left-handed swinging Jacob Lott stands in, and the first pitch is high, and we are underway at 7:31. Thought I had that weather app up already, but I was counting on other people watching. And Stitches by Cindy brings us the game time temperature 71 degrees as Lott swings and misses at pitch number 2. Jacob Lott, a two-way player from Holmes Community College, South Haven, Mississippi, 5'11", 190-pound. I think a rising junior, so he's probably going to have to leave Holmes Community College. I don't know everybody on the rotors. That's lifted out to shallow left field. On comes Parker Staborski, and he makes the one-handed grab for out number 1. Austin Phillips, the shortstop, stands in. Got a couple of Phillips playing the middle infield for the Rotors tonight. Austin Phillips playing shortstop. Owen Phillips playing second base. Slider down in the turf goes to the backstop for ball 1. Austin, 6'2", 200-pound sophomore at UT Arlington from Fort Worth, Texas. Fouls that one back to the netting. Trey Simmons behind the plate, catching Chase Fernandez. Parker Staborski out in left. Lou DeLessio out in center field. John Paul Hedden right. Jake Merrick at third. Logan Crock at short. Spencer Yu at second base. And Blake Carter's at first as Austin Phillips swings through that high inside fastball. Jim McGuire from Volunteer State Community College. He's outside getting wet. I think he's about ready to head on up to the press box as that ball's lifted out to left field again. Staborski over into the gap, and he makes the catch for out number 2. Jim McGuire needs to head on up to the press box. He forgot his umbrella. Of course, he coaches the team that I broadcast for in the spring, so he gets preferential treatment up here in the press box. Jaden Perez, speaking of Vol State Pioneer, this is a redshirt freshman coming back. He's from Miami, Florida. 5'11", 190-pound redshirt freshman. First pitch in there for a strike. Second pitch skips in there. Jaden's father here in attendance tonight. Roger flew in yesterday from Miami, Florida. 2 balls and a strike. Jaden did not play in the game opening night that Full Count defeated the Railroaders 4-2, but has played in every game since and now has a 3-ball, 1-strike count. His mother, Jessica Perez, probably listening in on the Full Count broadcast network. Jenna and Jesse are his sisters. Hello to Nanny in Miami, Florida. And he has an abuelo and an abuela as well in Miami. Did play in a couple of games this past spring. Got 3 at-bats. Got a double, a couple RBIs. But then before the halfway mark, decided he wanted to go ahead and redshirt. Full Count Ministries full count as Perez fouls that one off. So a Fernandez and a Perez. A couple of young Latinos here that have abuelo y abuela. That's grandpa and grandma in Spanish for those of you not studying the language. Another tapper foul that grounds back to the backstop. On deck batter Chris Henson, a Saluki from Southwest Tennessee, retrieves that. He's behind the plate today. Got a couple of Salukis in the lineup, along with a couple of Pioneers, two teams in the Tennessee Community College Athletic Association. Another full count, swung on and missed. Perez retired on a Safeware strikeout. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for young Chase Fernandez. Thanks for joining us tonight. It is rainy here in Hendersonville, and hopefully it's not raining where you are. We'll be right back for the bottom of the first. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
You might get to nap, but your money doesn't. Like right now. At Volunteer State Bank, it's working hard day and night, earning 4.5% APY. Playtime, drive time, anytime. You could be out with friends or on vacation, but your money, it doesn't take a break. You've worked hard for it. Now let it work hard for you. Open a free Kasasa Cash checking account today and earn 4.5 annual percentage yield if qualifications are met on balances up to $15,000.
Safeware is there when response is critical, assisting in the classroom as you shape the future of America, helping you build roadways and infrastructure for tomorrow. With protective solutions, innovative technology, and leading technical services, Safeware works tirelessly to provide our nation's workforce with confidence in their safety. Before, during, and after, Safeware is there.
See the raindrops coming down from the roof of the press box here, picking up a little bit. We were hoping that this was going to go away. As I see the general manager for the Fulton Railroaders, Charlie Forbett, is here, standing right in front of the press box. Let's see how the bidding's going. Shanna Sweeney dialed in on number 28. Leadoff batter Lou D'Alessio from Red Bank, New Jersey stands in. Lou hitting .308, takes ball one. And this is according to my score sheets. Played in 3 games, 4 hits, including a big fly, had a solo home run at Hoptown, 3 RBIs as he fouls that one off the pole. Count goes 1 ball and 1 strike. Grant Baskin on the mound for the Roaders. Where's the number 15? 1-1 pitch. That's in there for a called strike. Clinton Magnuson is our home plate umpire. Luis Maldonado at first. Bryce McCallick is at third base. That's common spelling of McCallick, by the way. 1-2 pitch. That's lined out to right field. On comes Perez. A diving play. And he makes the catch. Almost dove too soon, but got a wet track out there. That is natural grass out there, and he's going to be uncomfortable the rest of the night as now he is soaking wet. Put a star by that one for young Jaden Perez to retire Lou D'Alessio. That'll bring up John Paul Head. A couple of UAB products. D'Alessio in the portal. John Paul Head hitting .538. He leads the club in hits, doubles, home runs, and RBIs and on-base percentage. We've had 2 pitches thrown. What do we got? 1 ball, 1 strike. Logan, there you go. Oh, okay. He had one of those dead buttons. I got a piano like that at home. A check swing. They'll check down with Maldonado at first base, and he says he did not go. So 1 out John Paul had 9 RBIs in 4 games. Actually, it's 3.5 games. We got a couple at-bats in, I believe that was game number 3, and then Nolan Sargent. Nope, it wasn't game 3. Let's go with game number 4, final answer. Game number 4, Nolan Sargent came in, picked up 3 at-bats in the Madisonville loss. Full Count Ministries, full count to John Paul Head with Jackson Cothran on deck. Inside, and Head reaches 5th walk of the season for John Paul. First base runner of the ball game. That brings up Jackson Cothran in his 4th year as a Full Count Rhythm player. Just finished up at Ohio University, 2 years at Motlow State, 2 at Ohio University, a former Bobcat. Cothran been out for the last few days. Takes ball 1 low and away. 5'11", 180-pound graduate student looking for a new place. He's in the portal. Head leads, does not take off as that breaking pitch crosses the plate for strike 1. Josh and Charlie Cothran are his parents. Brothers and sisters, Easton, Weston, Jacob, and Savannah. Papaw and Nana there in Murfreesboro. Grandma Pat, she hangs out in Florence, Alabama. Swing and a foul ball. That gets out of play, and a AAA autoglass foul ball. A young guy, that may be James over there to get that one. Take it to the Merch Pavilion and get a AAA autoglass squishy ball. Count goes 1 ball and 2 strike. Throw over. Nice lob toss. Caleb Warren, the first baseman for the Rotors. Jacob Lotz in left. Elijah Nichols in center. Jaden Perez made that nice play on the first swing off of D'Alessio's bat in right field. Get the infield after this pitch. 1-2 is fouled back. David Golden at third base. Austin Phillips at short. Owen Phillips is at second. Caleb Warren at first. Chris Henson behind the plate. Henson and Owen Phillips, second baseman, both from Southwest Tennessee. The Salukis down in just outside of Memphis, Millington. Well, actually, that's where they play. The pitch is inside, and Henson can't get a handle on that. And that is a stand-up steal, a century steal of second base by John Paul Head. John Paul now 3 out of 4 in stolen bases. Rhythm came in with 23 stolen bags out of 26 attempts. 2-2 pitch is high. Grant Baskin gets to another Full Count Ministries full count. Blake Carter on deck. The Lipscomb Bison. Pause and the pitch. It's lined out to left field, but right at the left fielder, Jacob Lodd, who makes the catch. A couple of line outs to the outfielders and 2 outs for the Rhythm. Jackson Cothran still looking for his first hit of the 2025 season. Hit the ball on the barrel there. Now Blake Carter stands in. Blake played in all 5 games so far. 4 hits, all singles, as an RBI, hitting 200 with a chance to drive in the first run of the ball game. They want to check down at first base. The home plate umpire does not oblige. It'll be ball 1. Jake Merrick with a 5-game hitting streak is on deck, hoping to get an at-bat here in the bottom of the first. Asking a couple checks a second and delivers. Popped up in right field. It'll be easier play for Jaden Perez. He's over and makes a couple steps back to his right and makes the grab for out number 3. No runs. There were no hits, no errors. One runner left on base. The one out walk to John Paul Head, stranded at second. We are through one sprinkling. The rain has died down just a bit. And don't forget it's missions night, folks. That's what the bidding is for. Trying to raise money. We'll just keep it right here, Andrew. Andrew Holmes back helping me again for this ball game. We're just going to keep it here, tell you what the bidding is about. There we go. It's already on there. All proceeds from tonight's auction goes towards scholarships for students to go on mission trips this summer. I think I saw 64 high school students are part of the 125 that are going on mission this summer in the 6 weeks. My son is going for his second trip in 3 years as well. And I think Jonathan Stewart, I heard Jonathan Stewart, one of the full count players, is heading out on maybe Tanner Sandel's trip. At some point in time, you'll see Adam Spates down there. I'm not sure how many weeks Adam will head down there. I'm sure Addison, his oldest son, will be there, as they were 4 or 5 years living in country. Adam and Charlie Spates, with Addison and JP, lived in Chinandega, and they were the full count missionaries from the U.S. that were in Nicaragua. Now they are back serving in the Birmingham, Alabama area. So Reed Glover will be down there, but I think John Smithson, Brandon Jaggers, Eric Alexander, lots of regulars down there. Grant Edwards might be down there. These are folks that have been to Nicaragua with full count a dozen times. Logan Harrell, you heading down there this summer? You're going to go on the December trip, okay? All right, but that's what the auctioning of the jerseys is all about, raising money for scholarships for those that have a financial need. Appreciate as high a bid as you can put on those jerseys. Chase Fernandez delivers a pitch inside to Chris Henson, who leads off for the Rotors. Cleanup hitter and the catcher, and another one follows where the first one went. 2 balls, no strikes. Make it 3-0. 6'2", 220-pound rising sophomore. He's from Florence, Kentucky, just outside of Cincinnati, my hometown. That's where they have on the water tower Florence, y'all. As a 4-pitch walk puts Henson on base. That sign, when you see it coming from the south going into Cincinnati, was apparently originally it said Florence Mall, but there was some kind of a ban or something that occurred, said that you couldn't put that on there. There is actually the Florence Mall there, so they had to change the wording on there to Florence Y'all. Slider just outside, and that's 5 straight wide ones by Chase Fernandez, who retired the first 3 batters that he faced. He's the DH, Matthew Reinhardt. There's a called strike. Reinhardt, 5'11", 160-pound infielder, outfielder. He's from Willamette University, hometown San Jose, California. 1-1 pitch coming. Just a tad down. Reinhardt played right field in game 1 of the season, went 0 for 1, walked twice, was hit by a pitch twice, scored 1 of the 2 runs for the Rotors. Batting in the 5th spot here. Runner starts to go, swing and a miss on a breaking pitch. Henson stays at first base. Couple of players from Willamette University. Nice stop there. And they got the runner picked off at first, and the throw is not in time. It was on the first base dugout side of first base. So that ball got down into the turf. I'm sure it's wet once it hits the turf, and Simmons' throw to first base carried Blake Carter off the bag a bit. Henson actually had slipped as he was bluffing his steal attempt to second base. And a full count. Ministries full count with a runner on at first. Fernandez delivers, swung on a miss, and a Safeway strikeout for out number one here in the second inning. Second strikeout of the ball game for Fernandez. Chase Fernandez wearing the number 43. Who's bidding on number 43? Abuelo? Abuela. Anybody? Paula Sims bidding on number 37. Nope. Happy birthday to Garrett Sims. First pitch to Owen Phillips in there for a called strike. Owen Phillips from Millington. That's right where USA Stadium is, where the Salukis play their home games. And he takes one off the lower extremity. And now runners at first and second. First hit batter of the ball game. Owen Phillips started the final game for Southwest Tennessee, played second base in their game. I can't remember now who they played. They got into the winner's bracket in the conference tournament held at Chattanooga State. And another hit batter. Caleb Warren takes one off the jersey. Back-to-back plunkings. Loaded the bases. A walk, strikeout, hit batter. Now Elijah Nickel, the center fielder, gets an opportunity with the bases loaded and one out. Trace Simmons, the rising sophomore and backstop, who is also in the portal looking for a new location, goes out to have a chat with the incoming freshman from Stewart's Creek High School. I'm telling you, a lot of players come out of Stewart's Creek and go play college baseball. Vol State seems to get a number of them. Gage Hoover, the leading home run hitter for Vol State, a former Red Hawk at Stewart's Creek. He's looking possibly to walk on at Middle Tennessee State University. First pitch to Nickel goes down low for ball one. Nickel, 6'1", 180-pound sophomore at the University of the Cumberlands. Looks at ball two. He's from Nicholasville, Kentucky. University of Cumberlands is a NAIA, and they were just playing in the World Series with Tennessee Wesleyan. And who won that World Series? I can't remember now. I was watching part of that. NAIA, is that LSU Shreveport that's NAIA? That's what it was. That's LSU. It's the 59-0. That's what it was. 2-1 pitch as Fernandez gets strike in there. Left-handed hitting center fielder Nickel. Rhythm looking for a ground ball to a middle infielder, but going to need Chase Fernandez to throw the ball in the hitting zone. He's now behind in the count, 3 balls and a strike with David Golden on deck. Rain has subsided. Umbrellas down. 3-1 grounded to Carter. He's going to go to the plate for one on to first. Carter digs it out, and that is a dudette double play. That was a 3-2-3. Just what the doctor ordered for Chase Fernandez. You don't see the 3-2-3 double play very often. As Carter right away on the one hop, he decides to go right to Trace Simmons at the plate to get Henson on the force out. I didn't think he had a chance to get the second out at first base, but good throw by Trace Simmons, or throw actually just down low, but dug out of there by Blake Carter. No runs, no hits, no errors, 2 runners left on base. We are headed to the bottom of the second. We'll take a break on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to absolute wellness starts here. We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Leading off for the Rhythm, Jake Merrick, be followed by Trace Simmons and Parker Staborski facing Grant Baskin. Looking at my YouTube channel here and just making sure that we're actually up on YouTube. There we go. Took me a minute, took the computer a minute. Thought maybe we had an issue. 2 balls, no strikes to Merrick. He has a hit in every game so far, and this is his 6th start. Hitting .353. Second on the club in hits with 6. He has a double and 3 RBIs. Looks at a 3-0 pitch in there for a called strike. Eric been at third base every game. 5'11", 200 pounds from the University of Alabama, Birmingham. And he draws the walk. Second walk by Baskin. Fifth walk drawn by Jake Merrick, getting on base at a .520 clip. He's also been plunked team high 3 times. 3 for 4 on the base paths. He's a threat to go with Trace Simmons at the plate. Trace swings at the first pitch after Merrick draws the walk, thinking that Baskin's going to try to get ahead. Simmons, a starting catcher at Lincoln Memorial this past year as a true freshman. And he is ready to move on as he is in the portal. 6'1", 205-pound rising sophomore from right here in Hendersonville, attended Beach High School. Baskin delivers that one high and away. Criminal justice major, wherever he might go. Keith and Amy Simmons, his parents. Sister Kaylee, Paul and Ma, they're in Shannon, Mississippi. Papa and Mimi right here in Hendersonville. Hit .346 for the Rail Splitters. Looks at a called strike there on a breaking pitch. 8 doubles, a triple. Did not get one over the wall, which is pretty surprising. 33 RBIs in 133 official at-bats at Lincoln Memorial. Another pitch sails high and away, and Chris Henson's left arm now about a half-inch longer than his right as he reached out and stabbed that one. 2-2 count. Time called. Simmons, he's going to be reported to authorities. Thought our home plate umpire, Clint Magnuson, was going to, nope. I think it looks like Bryce McCallick is the treasurer tonight for the 3 arbiters. He's duly noting that Trace Simmons just took his offensive timeout. On deck, Parker Staborski on the inside corner, and Simmons is down looking. First strikeout for Baskin. Simmons started to swing on that pitch, and I don't know that he could have got any part of the bat on it. He was frozen solid there, hoping that Magnuson was not going to call that one. But Staborski now stands in. He pops this one up on the left side. Back goes Golden. Over comes Austin Phillips, and on the artificial surface makes the catch for out number 2. As soon as Austin Phillips called it, David Golden beat feet and got out of the way. Spencer Yu, he has not been retired. He has played in 1 game, 2 for 2 at the plate. He has also walked twice, batting 1,000, and he's got a 1,000 on base average. Let's see if he can keep that up for the entire year, or at least through 5 at-bats. From George Washington University, 5'10", 200-pound rising sophomore from Ensworth High School in Nashville, Tennessee. Looking now at a 2-ball, no-strike count. Son of Jim and Aaron Yu, brother to Andrew. Ama and Agon, grandparents in Henderson, Nevada. Pop and Graham there in Westerly, Rhode Island. That's a long way away. Swings and fouls that one off. That's right over where I tell my grandson, you plant yourself right there, you'll get some foul balls. That's a AAA autoglass. Foul ball. Thanks to Dylan Doris and the Doris family for their support of Full Count Rhythm Baseball and Full Count Ministries. Big sign out there. 2 signs out on the outfield wall. That gets over the glove. And behind Chris Henson down to second base goes Jake Merrick. And a wild pitch. He did not attempt to steal in the 2 previous batters. Now Spencer Yu on a 3-ball, 1-strike count. Logan Kroc on deck had a big hit against Paducah the other night. That was his first hit with the Rhythm, and it was a game winner. Three-one pitch from Baskin. Swing and a miss. He went with the off-speed pitch there. It looked like he was expecting the fastball. All right, Rhythm section up here. Don't get used to this light. We're going to have to turn it out. We can't see through the windows here at nighttime. I forgot and left it on. Full Count Ministries, full count. Swinging a ground ball to the right side. Ranging to his left is Phillips from his knees. He throws you out for the first time in the 2025 season. Spencer Yu does not reach base. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner was left aboard. We are headed to the top of the 3rd. Get those bids in on the jerseys, folks. We got to leave it. You know what? We're going to leave it right here because go ahead and point the camera number 2 to that left side. We've got the missionaries that are going on mission that are lining over here on the third base side. See if I can get my Bushnells out and see if I can tell you who they are. Brandon Jaggers is first, Tanner Sandell. A couple of high school guys there, Matt Blazer. Todd Neal's out there, got the hat on backwards, standing right next to my son, Wilson Reese. Camden Angel, our last alumni spotlight. He's out there in the light blue shirt, going from home to third. And Eric Alexander next to him, Mike Kelly. So Jonathan Stewart out there in the Rhythm uniform. And I'm trying to see through the netting. There you go. Thank you for taking your hat off. Not sure who those last 2 guys were, but that is a small representative of the 125 that will be going on mission trip. Each of the players were allowed to take a week off and go if they wanted to. So it looks like at least Jonathan Stewart is taking advantage of that. So good for him. They will be leaving. I ought to know that. I should know that as to when it's happening. Are they leaving on Sunday? Oh, they're going tomorrow. Okay. Oh, okay. All right, so first trip is out of here tomorrow, and then that'll be 5:45 a.m. That's in the morning, Logan. That is early. 9-1-2 to face Chase Fernandez here in the top of the third. Still no score, no hits on the scoreboard. There have been some hits at the plate, though. Chase Fernandez hunting some brown jerseys here so far. Hit Owen Phillips. Then the next pitch hit Caleb Warren. The incoming freshman to Trevecca buries a fastball that's just off the plate inside. David Golden played shortstop in game one for the Railroaders, now playing third base tonight. There's a fastball in there for a called strike. Golden, 6'3", 185 pounds. He's from the College of Worcester. That's in Ohio. Worcester, Ohio. Pop that one up on the right side, but it will get out of play. Let's see if it gets into the splash down over there right next to the rip wrap or the big gravel road behind the bleachers and the first base dugout. My oldest sister-in-law is from Worcester, Ohio. She ended up going to Kent State University, and that's where she met my oldest brother, and they got married probably about within a year or two. Full Count Ministries, full count to the Roaders third baseman, Golden, Guldin. Fernandez catches that outside corner, and Golden is rung up on a Safeway strikeout. That's the third strikeout for Fernandez, who just reared back and threw the fastball there. First batter of the inning retired. Back to the top of the lineup, Jacob Lott, who hit a shallow fly ball out to left center field that Parker Staborski handled. First pitch high and away to Lott. Two-way player. Not sure if he's gotten on the mound yet or not. Swinging a foul back. Good number of you watching on Facebook as well. Eddie Crittenden, the voice of the Fulton Railroaders, listening in. I'm sure he's listening in all night long. Where else would you go, Eddie? 1-1 pitch. Lott has to back away from that inside fastball. Zach Williams on the hunt for a jersey. Zach loves him some full count rhythm jerseys. My former. Say, are you talking to me, Ken? 72. Oh, no, that was me, 7. I'm the 7 guy. I don't remember now what Zach's favorite number was. 31 or something like that? Zach was the play-by-play voice here at home games. There's another hit by pitch. Slider that comes right in on the front thigh to Lott. And that's the third hit batter tonight. Braylon Hall the other night hit 3 batters. I would not recommend Chase Fernandez trying to hunt that record, but he's tied it in 2025. Austin Phillips stands in. A 3-2-3 due-dat double play to end the second with the bases loaded and 1 out. And there it is, a AAA autoglass foul ball in the zone where the right-handers hit the foul balls, right over by the playground equipment. But my grandson is at the VBS final night, worship night at Long Hollow Church tonight, so he's not here to get any foul balls. He'll be back for plenty of rhythm games this summer. Of course, this is I believe the last night, maybe tomorrow, the last night to sign up for kids camp that begins on Monday, 4 days here at Drakes Creek Park for kids 5 to 12. If you haven't signed your little baseball player up, go to Full Count Rhythm. There's a ground ball up the middle, could be 2. Croc steps on the bag for 1 and over to Blake Carter for another do-dat double play. That will end the inning. Just what the doctor ordered again for Chase Fernandez. He's been the recipient of 2 do-dat double plays. The 6-3 ends the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We are headed to the bottom of the third. Between innings, I'm going to check to see how my bids are going. As Jeff Newman, $100 on number 23. Get your bids in, folks. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Tim Reese, Andrew Holmes on the Full Count Broadcast Network. Andrew just finished his sophomore year at MTSU. Andrew, what's your degree in? Sports media. 9-1-2 due up for the Rhythm. Looking to get on the board. There's a whole lot of zeros up there. Lined off the screen is the switch hitting Logan Croc from Noblesville / Fishers, Indiana. I'll be telling you that as long as he's here with the Rhythm. His parents say Fishers. He says Noblesville. But I know who pays the mortgage. Croc, a Butler Bulldog. Swing and a miss. Down in the count now, a ball and 2 strikes. Batting left-handed the other night. He went the opposite way. He got a double down the left field line. Right here, he's going to go down looking as takes a pitch on the inside corner for a called strike. And that's out number 1. Second strikeout of the ball game for Grant Baskin. But a 7-run comeback for the Rhythm against the Paducah Chiefs, who all but secured the victory in that game. They were up 6-0. Lifted down the right field line by D'Alessio, and this will be another easier play for Jaden Perez than the first time D'Alessio swung. And he makes the catch. I believe it was in fair territory. Okay. I've got these headphones. These headphones this year, Ken, are really, they're noise canceling. So I'm going to have to pop an ear to hear you way down there on the other side of the table. John Paul Head reached on a walk in the first inning. Ken Stegall and I got to kind of be together for the TCCAA JUCO Conference Tournament in Chattanooga. He was the official scorer while I did the broadcast on the Game Time Sports Network. And every time he'd have a play, whether a wild pitch or a pass ball, or if he had a question on a hit or an error, he'd have to get out of his seat and come walk over to me. There was a window between us, but it was covered by a big black audio box as John Paul swings and fouls that one back to the screen. So stayed in the same hotel, so we had breakfast together. And actually, the conference tournament went 2 extra days. So he and his wife enjoyed some museums, or I don't know, did you go to the aquarium? Went to the aquarium. 2-1 pitch, lands outside, count 3-1. I think I just ate. I think I just kept going to Chili's. I think I went to Chili's about 3 nights in a row or 4 nights in a row. Got to know the bartender just because it was an easier place to eat. No. Second walk for John Paul Head. Jackson Cawthorn lined out to the left fielder his first at-bat. Ken and his wife actually showed up at Chili's, didn't know it was me sitting there at the bar. I heard him talking to his wife, and I turned around, and there's Ken. I said, hey, Ken, they just came in to have appetizers. Swinging a foul back. That's the same Chili's that my wife and I ran into Gunnar Ricketts a couple years ago. Gunnar Ricketts, the first alumni spotlight that we had. Was it? No, it was the alumni spotlight when we were at Hoptown. Popped up, and let's see, that's going to be in play. Chris Henson throws the mask, makes the catch for the final out here in the third. Pop out in fair territory. No runs, no hits, and guess what? Another runner left aboard. Grant Baskin has walked a batter in each of the first 3 innings. Full count, can't move him along. We are a third of the way through this game, and there is nothing on that scoreboard but zeros other than the pitch count, and it's exactly the same. 48 pitches for each pitcher. We'll take a break, get those bids in on mission night. Let's raise some money for these young men that are heading out on mission. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to Absolute Wellness starts here.
Compliant with code. If you're a facility manager or building owner, you've heard the term plenty of times. At Corson Fire and Security, we work to keep buildings compliant with the most demanding code of all, our own. We've been protecting people and property since before most of today's codes were even written. And what we've learned along the way makes us the best choice to partner with for the future. Corson Fire and Security, celebrating 70 years. Learn more at corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Well, special guest just arrived in the press box. 5-year-old grandson, little Eli. He must have taken Grandpa's advice and gone over there to the first base side because he's showing me a AAA autoglass squishy ball. Where'd you get that? I know you got it from a foul ball, right? Where'd you get that foul ball? It was over there. Did it get wet?
Did it get wet? It was like surrounded by a bunch of rubber. So I have to go outside.
I don't have the headset on him. We've had time with Eli in the past, and he's telling me a 5-minute story, and he hasn't learned that yet. It's got to be short and sweet, bud. All right, you look at the binoculars. Jaden Perez at the plate. 3, 4, and 5 due up here for the Fulton Railroaders. Last year, guess what? Eli was just 4 and got him on the headset. Zach Williams would take him a little break, probably go eat him some Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. There's another slider that nearly hit Perez. Fernandez so far hit 3 batters. Was also giving up a walk. But Eli, I was telling the folks that you were at Long Hollow tonight for the final night of Kids Con VBS at Church. 3-1 pitch to Perez. Fouled off. Another AAA autoglass. Foul ball. Oh, that's off to the left side because Jaden Perez is the left-handed hitter, Eli. Left-handers, they foul it over there by the Merch Pavilion. The right-handed batters, like you bat right-handed? No, it went out. It went over there by the food trucks tonight. Full Count Ministries, full count. And it's a full count first pitch foul ball. So, Eli, are you signed up for the kids camp? Yeah, you are. Grandpa signed you up, buddy. Grandpa signed you and Reese up, but Reese can't come. Perez with a full count pitch. He grounds one to the left side. It's going to be a tough play for Croc. Backhand. The throw gets Perez by a step. What a play by Logan Croc. What a play. Put a star by that one. He got into the hole backhanded and made a strong throw onto first base. Perez now 0 for 2. All right. Eli, has your dad made any bids on the jerseys down there? Oh, Eli left. You're still here. Dad's still here, but there's a broken bat ground ball back to Fernandez. He'll underhand over to Carter for the second out. I've made bids on number 1, number 13, and number 17. 29, I don't have a request for number 29. Well, you'll just have to find that out later. There might be some deception going on as Fernandez hits the first pitch into Matthew Reinhart for a called strike. And wonder why, he's wondering why I'm not bidding on number 7. I was going to say, Wilson doesn't want to outbid me. That takes away from his inheritance. We don't want that. Now, if Trish Howard from Pack Road, Alabama wants to start bidding on number 7, I haven't seen it on here. What'd she bid? She go $51? Should I go 51? I agree. 2-1 pitch. That's a called strike. Matthew Reinhart struck out in the second inning. Fernandez, 60 pitches now. He is strike away from getting out of the inning, and he got it. Right there on the outside corner for another Safeway strikeout. That is the 4th in 4 innings, and the second time he's gotten Reinhart. Forward K and a backward K. And another 1, 2, 3 inning for young Chase Fernandez. He would work well down in Nicaragua, I believe. I wonder if he oblos. We'll have to find out. He does not. Logan Harrell, who'll be his teammate this fall, says he does not oblo. All right. Trish Howard says, don't start. You better get that check. You better get that big check out, Trish. I might just go 4 jerseys tonight. We'll take a break and be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Safeware is there when response is critical, assisting in the classroom as you shape the future of America, helping you build roadways and infrastructure for tomorrow. With protective solutions, innovative technology, and leading technical services, Safeware works tirelessly to provide our nation's workforce with confidence in their safety. Before, during, and after, Safeware is there.
All right, Wilson and Eli have left the building. See, number 17's going down there to the first base lot. Jonas Smithson wearing the number 17. A coach this summer. He is a player at Trevecca. He's a right-handed pitcher. Grant Baskin is a left-handed pitcher. And he's still on the mound for the Fulton Railroaders here in the 4th inning. Still no hits, no runs in the ballgame, and no errors, which is very nice. 1-0 pitch turns into a 1-1 pitch to Blake Carter from Lipscomb University. He's a Bison. 6'3", 215-pound from Knoxville, Tennessee. Went to the Webb School. Fouls that one off to the right. Business finance major. See, just a regular finance major, that's nothing to that. But, I mean, it takes somebody if you're going to get a finance degree. Clark and Kimberly Carter are his parents. Caroline is his sister. Granddaddy and grandmama there in Kingsport, Tennessee. He smokes one to the shortstop. One hop gloved by A. Phillips, and his throw is true to Caleb Warren. 1 up, 1 down in the 4th. Hello also to Grandpa and Marie there in Tri-Cities, along with Nana and Peepaw Mitch for Blake Carter. And just a reminder for those that have been with the Full Count Rhythm many years, or maybe every year, this is the 4-year anniversary of the very first broadcast in Full Count Rhythm history. Back on June 6th, Zach Williams and I got the Full Count Rhythm broadcast started in a 5-4 win against Franklin, Tennessee. First home starting pitcher was left-hander Ryan Ginther, who was an incoming freshman and just left Station Camp High School. And he went to Vanderbilt. He got the win in 3 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs. They were not earned. Walked 3, struck out 5. The first save in Rhythm history was credited that night to Kyle McGrons. He was also a right-hander at Vanderbilt, ended up transferring out and ultimately finished his career at Austin Peay. 3-0 pitch is high to Jake Merrick, and he has walked for the second time. And there is the 4th walk in 4 innings. Do you think there's a pattern? Looks to me like there's a pattern. Trey Simmons will stand in. Let's see what else happened on June 6, 2021. Drew Robertson came in relief. We had him up on a broadcast for our alumni spotlight from Beach High School. Went to Freed Hardman and finished up at Catawba. Don't call me Catawaba. Trey Simmons takes a called strike from Beach High School. Drew, a two-way player, came to the Rhythm in his first year as a left-handed pitcher, ended up as a outfielder, time called by Chris Henson behind the plate. That'll get noted, although I don't see anybody writing it down. That's going to go in the brain bank, apparently. Drew Robertson, 2 innings of relief, gave up a hit, a walk, struck out 2 that night. Our alumni spotlight. Next inning, tell you about that young man between the top and the bottom of the 5th. 1 ball, 1 strike to Trey Simmons. He fouls that one off right in the sweet zone for the right-handed hitter, Eli. He should be right on that one. AAA Autoglass foul ball, although going to have to get the shower door out for that one. As we having issues again with the focus on that camera. If we got something wrong with it, might have to get us a new one. That's the one that's on the right side, so that's camera 3. Okay. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Look for the first hit. Not going to happen there. Breaking pitch swung on and missed by Simmons. He's down on strikes. He's got a backward K and a forward K on his line. As Baskin gets his third K of the night, and now 2 outs. Parker Staborski popped out to the shortstop in the second. You can bid here at the park. You can bid on Facebook. See anybody bidding on YouTube. Facebook's where it's at. The bidding will end at the end of the 7th inning. So make sure to get your bids in. Zach Williams, he's going to number, I don't think is there 46? Our player numbers only go to 45. Apparently, Zach Williams would not be bidding on number 46 if there wasn't one. The question is, what size is it? Because Zach Williams is no longer as hefty as he was a year ago. There's a base hit into right field, grounded past the first baseman, Caleb Warren. Oh, it hit the runner. I did not see it hit him. Let's see if I can see it on the replay. Did we go to, you went to the wide? Oh, we got, so it's an out. Staborski does get credited with a hit. How does the, it's a 3U on Merrick. Okay. So Jake Merrick, who was struck by the hit ball, is the third out. So there is a 1 on that scoreboard. A hit by Parker Staborski. He grounds one to the right side, but it hits Jake Merrick. I was wondering why the rotors were running off the field. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left aboard. We are through 4 now. We're headed to the 5th. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Hey, I've been thinking, bank fees can seem pretty cruel. Well, they did until I went to Volunteer State Bank. I found a bank with a local personalized service and free checking. Yeah, may I present to you Kasasa. Now, it's kind of like my checking account is paying me instead of the other way around. Visit one of our 11 locations or anywhere you have a phone. Real people, real solutions right here. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Hendersonville Firefighters Association call to the bullpen for the Rhythm. New pitcher out on the mound, Eli Lamb from LSU Eunice. Where's the number 21? Wonder if there's any bids on that uniform. I'm sure that's at least an XL, might be a double XL. It's a big boy, 6'5", 230 pounds, a redshirt sophomore heading back to LSU Eunice. He's from right down the road here in Williamson County, Franklin, Tennessee, went to Centennial High School. Son of Eric and Nicole Lamb. For some reason I have on that better be Eli Lamb. I've got him as a left-handed pitcher. He's not. First pitch sails to the backstop. That is Eli Lamb. I'll have to make the correction. He's not a left-handed pitcher unless he pitches with both as a soft liner out to Spencer Yu by Owen Phillips. So second base lines out to second base for out number 1. Eli has a sister, Mivy, and Pawpaw in Princeton, Kentucky. I think he's a big baseball fan. Pops and Mimi there in Lexington, Kentucky, and Nana in Richmond, Kentucky. First pitch to Caleb Warren misses. Let me get my papers in a row here. Got a lot of papers. All right, what's our count? I know it's not 1-0. 2 balls, no strike count. This is Lamb's first appearance in a Rhythm uniform. That is fisted off the handle of the bat, and it drops right in front of Staborski and just over Logan Croc's head, and that's a bloop single for Caleb Warren and the first hit for the Rotors. Now each team with a base hit. Elijah Nichols stands in. Number 8 hole hitter for the Rotors. Swings and misses. First offering from Lamb. Eli, 3 appearances this past year for LSU Eunice, all in relief. 3 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts. He's staying in the host home of Todd Melinda Neal when he can't get home on late nights. Todd Neal is also his mentor. Oh, 2 pitch with a runner at first is outside. Chase Fernandez goes 4 innings, does not allow a hit or a run. Did plunk 3 batters. As Lamb misses with the 1-2. Fernandez walked a batter, struck out 4. Faced 14 in his 4 innings of work. 2-2 pitch popped up to Staborski in left field. He's coming on quickly and makes the catch for out number 2. He's been busy today. If you weren't with us earlier, we got started late. Game time was supposed to be at 7:05, but first pitch came in at 7:31 amid raindrops. The rain has subsided here in Hendersonville. Breaking pitch in there for a called strike to the number 9 hole hitter, David Golden. Players do not have bids. I'm not. Oh, she's wanting to know what jerseys. They're not bids. As the breaking pitch gets by Trey Simmons. Not sure if he was crossed up on that one or not. I believe that's going to be a pass ball. And it was a check swing by Golden and pitch called a strike. But he got right through Trace. That'll be charged a pass ball on Simmons. It moves Warren to second base. On deck, Jacob Lott, the leadoff batter. Trying to keep Warren close. Another check swing, and they want to check down to first base. And Luis Maldonado rings him up with a Safeware strikeout to end the 5th. Good inning there by Eli Lamb. Gave up a little bloop single in the left field. Got his first Rhythm strikeout. We're going to keep it right here because it is alumni spotlight time. Still looking for a sponsor for our Rhythm alumni spotlight as the Rotors go down, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. So our Rhythm spotlight for tonight's game, he picked up a home run and 2 RBIs in the 5-4 win against the Franklin Duelers at the time, 4 years ago tonight, in the home opener for Full Count Rhythm, and that was Sam Slaughter, one of the all-time favorite players. Came back and played for part of another season. He came from the University of Memphis. He's a Creeker from Stewart's Creek High School, went to the University of Memphis his first year redshirted there, I believe. And then he might actually have played some there. He transferred to Calhoun Community College in Decatur, Alabama. Had an absolutely phenomenal year with the Warhawks down in Calhoun, and then got picked up by the Belmont Bruins. Had I think he was there just 2 years for head coach Dave Jarvis, and did a tremendous job for them as well. I'm not sure what Sam's doing these days. I don't even know if I have his phone number, but he had a very supportive family. What was odd is that, or kind of coincidental, he ultimately went back and played with the Franklin Duelers, but said he wished he was back with Full Count, and ultimately did come back and played with the Rhythm. So tonight's alumni spotlight is Sam Slaughter. He didn't hit the first home run for Full Count, but he hit the first one, I believe, at Drakes Creek Park. The first home run was hit by Christian Smith. Grant Baskin is still on the mound for the Rotors. He's pitching to Spencer Yu. And what do we got? We got a 2-ball, no strike count. Lori Gettelfinger chiming in with a $50 bid on number 33 for Josh Carmen. Of course, that's his mother-in-law. He's not worth much to her, $50. If that was Futai that was wearing number 33, she'd be breaking the bank. Come on, Lori. Uh-oh, I've been outbid. Somebody from the Kroc family probably coming. 3 balls, no strike. Pitch is high, and Spencer Yu gets back on that on-base train. His third walk of the season in 6 plate appearances. And there is the pattern. It continues. A walk per inning. And now that will result in a conversation, as I believe that is J.D. Willis, the head coach, and he's coming out to get the baseball. So we're going to have a pitching change for the Rotors. 59? Is that 59 out there? 59 pitches? Is that all it was for into 4+ innings? As we'll have a new pitcher on. This is going to be number 4, Brady Davis, out of Vol State Community College. He's from Clarksville, Tennessee. He was possibly going to get the start tonight if Grant Baskin couldn't go. Brady Davis, 5'11", 165 pound. He'll be a sophomore for Vol State in the fall. Business major, the son of Rodney and Ryan Davis in Clarksville, brother to Faith. Hello to Grandpa and Grammy. They're both in Clarksville, Tennessee. Davis, 14 appearances for the Pioneers this past year for head coach Jim McGuire. And he also had 2 of those were starts. 3-1 record. Also had a save in 21 2/3 innings. One of 3 Vol State Pioneers on the Rotors club this year. Struck out 18 batters, 6.23 ERA, and was counted on by Jim McGuire as a true freshman. He pitched in game 1 up at Fulton. Had a very, very good outing. 3 2/3 innings. Gave up 1 hit, no runs. Walked 1, struck out 4, faced 12 batters. Retired. I think he got a double play in there, is how that did. He did. He got a dudette double play. Of course, they don't have dudette double plays. That's only us. Logan Kroc will switch to a left-handed batter here to face the right-hander Brady Davis. He's going to square around to bunt, lay one down, see if Davis can get off the mound. He does, but his throw to first base is late. That is a bunt single for Logan Kroc. Struck out looking in his first plate appearance, but lays one down. That is a great offensive play for Logan Kroc, who runs well. And the first two have reached here in the fifth, bottom half. The home half, that'll bring Lou D'Alessio to the plate. He's over 2. He's tried to pick on Jaden Perez in right field a couple of times, but not been successful. But he does like to go opposite way. A couple of hits against Paducah Chiefs. A big 2-run single off of former Fall State Pioneer Braxton Alexander into right field. He squares around a bunt. Pitch is outside the zone. Rhythm were down 6-0 in that game up at Paducah. That was after 4 innings. Nobody scored again until the Rhythm put a 5 spot on the board in the top of the 8th, and then the equalizer and the go-ahead run in the 9th. Breaking pitch. A throw down to center field is not going to get it done. That had to have slipped out of the hand of Chris Henson. That will be an error on the catcher. Was the pitch a strike? Ken, do you remember? So E2 moves U to third base. And Kroc moves to second. You don't count 2 errors just because a base runner, 2 different base runners moved in. I saw somebody did that on one of the scorings in one of our games. Swing and a miss by D'Alessio. My red pencil has broken. That's not good. 2-1 count to D'Alessio. Infield has come in for the Rotors in a scoreless ball game here. Only game in the Ohio Valley League tonight. Davis trying to pitch out of trouble here. Gets a wave and a foul ball on a very slow breaking pitch. Davis swings that front leg from time to time. Counts 2 balls and 2 strikes, nobody out. Leadoff batter D'Alessio is rung up. Davis picks up his first strikeout. Three of the 4 strikeouts in the ball game for Rotors have been looking. So something is fooling the Rhythm hitters. John Paul Head stands in. He's walked twice, leading the world in RBIs. Got 9. Don't know that there's anybody else in the league that maybe in the world. I think Aaron Judge probably has more. He's not playing in the OVL. Fastball just up, possibly. John Paul Head had 3 RBIs in the game at Fulton. Did not play in game 2. It had 4 in the game at Hoptown. Break pitch gets in there for a called strike. In the 4th anniversary of the first home game for Full Count Rhythm in a historic year, actually, in the Ohio Valley League. Davis steps off. That's his one and only disengagement. Little rosin right there, and he will refocus. Head, the son of Paul and Leanne Head, and the brother to Ryan, not Rayanne, as I kept on saying. I don't know why I was saying Rayanne. I think that's what I was saying. There's not an A between the R and the Y. Beautiful spelling, Ryanne. So the last N and that last E, they're silent. It's not Ryanny. It's Ryan. Pop and BB are in Hoover, Alabama, as are Papa and Yee Nearly rung up there. Davis wanted that call, and I'm surprised he didn't get it. 2-2 pitch right on that outside river area, and John Paul Head took it like a boss. Full count Ministries, full count with runners at second and third. John Paul looking to put the head of the bat on this pitch. He does. He smokes it between Carson Howard, the third base coach, and Jake Merrick. Carson Howard, that ball was 15 feet away from you, and you jumped up like you were in a hot skillet. Right-handed pitcher from the University of North Alabama. That's where he played, the Lions. Another full count pitch, lined over the head of the shortstop. That'll get into left field. Here comes one run, and the second runner is going to score standing. John Paul Head gets it done again. He's in double digits in RBIs. That's 11 on the season. And the Rhythm take the first lead, and those are the Framework Athletics first runs of the ball game. Spencer Yu scores. Jackson Cawthron. It's Cawthron time. I'm really struggling with my colored pencils tonight as that pitch gets in there for a called strike. Now I've just dropped my green one. All I've got left is an orange and a yellow. I'm in big trouble. Because the orange is for runs. The yellow, as the runner goes, pitches outside for ball. In there safely is John Paul Head with another stolen base. I believe that is number 4. Nope. Make it number 3 for John Paul Head. He's 3 for 4. Cawthron now with a runner in scoring position. He pops it up into shallow left center field. Over to make the catch is Jacob Lott, the left fielder. As Elijah Nickel, the center fielder, shading toward right field. And Cawthron now 0 for 3. 2 outs. Brings up Blake Carter. Right now, Spencer Yu's run is earned, but Logan Crocs is unearned due to the errant throw by Chris Henson, the catcher. But it still could be earned, yes. Depending on what Blake Carter does right here. And that's boxed right there. Again, that's got to be a cross-up because Chris Henson was moving to his right. That was a fastball that had tail coming back to the right-handed pitcher. Now Chris is going to go out and have a confab with Brady Davis. Those are those tough luck pass balls. Right down Broadway, but Henson was thinking that was going to be a breaking pitch. I want to thank Framework Athletics for their support of Full Count Rhythm Baseball. Ducked out of that way of that breaking pitch did Blake Carter. That's a tall young man out there trying to break out of away from that pitch. Carter's 0 for 2 looking for his first hit. If he gets one here, drive a run in and waves at a breaking pitch. Davis looks like that taking some mileage off that breaking pitch. There we go. Ball and 2 strikes. There we go. Another breaking pitch just misses outside. Inning started with a walk to Spencer Yu. Then a bunt single by Logan Croc off of Brady Davis, who came on in relief of Grant Baskin. Davis just lives about 45 miles up I-24 in Clarksville, Tennessee. Wonder if his family's here. His head coach at Fall State was here. I'm not sure if he's still at the park. You think he's Full Count Ministries, full count, and the breaking pitch lands inside, and Blake Carter reaches for the first time in this ball game. First walk of the game by Davis puts runners at the corners. Let's see how the bidding's going. Zach Williams bidding on number 46. And then I saw a note that said that the bid on number 1 has gone up. Don't know how much that was. First pitch swinging. Jake Merrick out to right center field. Another diving attempt by Jaden Perez, but he does come up with it. I thought that center fielder Elijah Nickel was coming over to pick up the baseball. He's coming over to slap the rear end of Jaden Perez, who gets another star on a diving catch to end the inning. Jake Merrick robbed as he is trying to extend his hitting streak to 6 games. So a flare out to right center field is caught by the diving Miamian, Jaden Perez. But in the inning, 2 runs, 1 was earned on 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 runners left on base as the Rhythm take the 2-0 lead here after 5 innings. We're going to the top of the 6th. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Corson Fire and Security first opened for business in 1946. From the very beginning, we understood something important. We're not just protecting buildings. We're protecting the dreams that built them. We're protecting the lives unfolding inside them. Fire extinguishers, sprinkler systems, and security products are the tools of our trade, but people are the inspiration behind it. For 7 decades, we've never forgotten that. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Eli Lamb out for inning number 2. Facing the top of the Rotors lineup, Jacob Lott, Austin Phillips, Jaden Perez, who just made that nice inning-ending diving catch. Jacob Lott was hit by a pitch his last time up, swings through a fastball. Ground ball to you. At second, Spencer throws over to first for out number 1 here in the top of the 6th. Rhythm defeated the Railroaders in the first game of the year, 4-2. Rhythm had 1 run in 4 innings. No crooked numbers for either team in that. The Rotors were down 3-0 until the 8th. They scored a run in the bottom of the 8th. Rhythm got that run back in the top of the 9th as U is going to get another opportunity. To Hopper. He's going to shot put one over to first base for out number 2. Eli Lamb trying to make quick work of the Rotors here in the top of the 6th. And then Fulton scored 1 run in the bottom of the 9th. That was all they could muster. They did leave 2 on as they got the winning run to the plate. Could not push any more across. Here's the defensive star of the night for the Rotors, Jaden Perez. Takes a breaking pitch in there for a called strike. 0 for 2, looking for his first hit. Jaden Perez and A.J. Armstrong, who's not in the lineup for the Rotors, were 2 of the 4 freshmen that joined the Vol State Full Count Discipleship Group. We called it the 242 group after Acts chapter 2, verse 42, as That ball ate up Logan Crock. Let's see if Perez is going to beat that one out. He will. That had some English on it. It was going to Crock's right as it was sliced off the bat of Perez. Logan Crock will be charged with an error as Perez reaches. One hopper, but Logan tried to backhand that one. Normally very sure-handed. Couldn't get a handle on that one. That's why I think there was some spin on that off that left-handed bat. Had to bring up Chris Hansen, who's over one with a walk. Perez leads from first. Eli Lamb from the stretch delivers a breaking pitch that is grounded down to the third base coach. I don't know if I know who that is. Jake Vitale is the assistant coach for J.D. Willis. I'm assuming that's who that is. Charlie Forbett, the general manager, was one of the three young men that tied last year for the home run title. A couple of railroaders. And see who that third one was. Logan Lacey of the Henderson Flash. Cole Sims and Charlie Forbett from the Railroaders. All three had 5 home runs in the 5-team league last year. The Rhythm, of course, tested the waters over in the Prospect League for a year, but we came back to the OVL. Happy to be back. Glad to have you all listening in and watching on the Full Count Broadcast Network, whether you're watching on YouTube or on Facebook. The bidding for the Mission Night jerseys that the Rhythm players are wearing tonight, going on Facebook, and the bottom of the 7th is, let's see, I think she said it was, 1 inning left. 3-1 pitch, 2 outs, runner goes, pitch is right down Broadway, and I think Trey Simmons thought that was strike 3. But it's a Full Count Ministries full count. Stolen base for Perez as Henson took a pitch that Lamb put on a tee for him. 2 outs now, runner at second. Lamb delivers, breaking pitch. AAA Autoglass foul ball over in the right-handed landing zone. Eli Reese, my grandson, who's already gotten 1 foul ball tonight. He might walk out of here with a handful of them, though, but he's rooting for his buddy Hayden Choate, who's staying at their house this summer. Left-handed pitcher from Lee University. Ground ball to the right side. Can Spencer Yu get another assist? He can, and he does. Spencer Yu with all 3 of the ground outs. Retires the Roaders as Eli Lamb comes on for his second inning. No runs in the inning, no hits, 1 error, and 1 runner left on base. We are heading to the bottom of the 6th. You have 1.5 innings left. To get your bids in, Lori Gettelfinger, what number are you bidding on? I know. Let's see. What else? What number? We'll go ahead and keep it here. We got to go through this and figure out if Trish Howard is really, really for serious wanting that number 7. Just boosted that bid up to $75. Zach Williams, nobody bidding against you. Is Todd Neal trying to get that number 46 from you? Wilson Reese, what number is he wanting? Hayden Choate's number, I don't know what little Eli's favorite number is. He wore number 5, Spencer Yu's number. Anybody got a bid on number 5? Somebody's looking at number 6. Wonder if I'll just throw one out there we'll see if $50 for number 5. They'll tell me whether or not there's already a bid higher than that. fire that one off and see what kind of rattles around. Still Brady Davis out on the mound for the Rotors. Here in the bottom of the 6th. He will face Trace Simmons, Parker Staborski, and number 5, Spencer Yu. Seeing more of the posts on our chat right here than I am. That ball hit his bat, didn't it? It's a foul ball. Trace Simmons did not pull the bat into his body, and Brady Davis just hit the back portion of his bat that was behind him. Let's see it on the replay right here, Andrew. There's a ground ball into the glove of Brady Davis. It makes it a moot point, not a mute point, as Simmons grounds out 1-3. Davis practically handed that ball to Caleb Warren. Simmons now 0 for 3. Staborski's 1 for 2. He had an unusual hit in his last time up. It was a double hit. He hit it, and then it hit Jake Merrick as the first pitch is fouled off. No bat boy tonight. We're going to have to. We got one. Who? Spencer, you? Oh, who? There you go. Who is that over there? Oh, is that Gunner? Come on, Gunny. You got to get out there and get that ball, buddy. He's got a helmet on. Wonder why he didn't get after that one. 1-1 pitch. That's low and away. Staborski popped out to the shortstop in the second. Hit a hard ground ball to the right of Caleb Warren, who was holding on Jake Merrick, and lines this one out to center field. Nobody on base, so he's going to not only get the base hit, but he's going to get to run the bases as he steps on first base, gets a fist bump from number 17, Jonas Smithson. That's not his number at Trevecca, though, is it? Is 17 his number? It is? Okay. And you're number 29, Logan Harrell, and you're number 29 at are you 18 at? Okay, but 29 is your favorite number? Always has been? Oh, okay. Tariq, don't call me Tarek. What's his name? Stewball? Screwball? Throw over to first. Daborski is back. He's 2 for 3 tonight. Gooball. Where'd he go to college? He get drafted out of high school. Spencer Yu at the plate. He walked and scored the Framework Athletics first run of the ball game in the 5th inning, batting for the second time in as many innings. 0 for 1. Pop down the right field line. Jaden Perez, let's see if he'll be able to make the catch. He will, and he'll stay upright. That's in foul territory, though. But it's an out nonetheless. Perez been very busy out there in right field. It's at least his 4th. It is 5th. He's got 5 putouts in right field. Logan Kroc stands in, laid down a beautiful bunt single. That brings David Golden, the third baseman, in on the grass. Does not square this time. Swings and pops this one out to shallow left field, and Jacob Lott comes on to make the catch for out number 3. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. The Rhythm with 4 hits in the ball game. More importantly, lead 2-0. And we are 1 inning away from finishing Mission's night. If somebody bids $5,000 on a jersey, we'll probably make about, I don't know what the number is. We've made about $4,000 on this night before, so We could make about $9,000. Somebody put a big number on the board. We'll take a break and be right back.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Hey, I've been thinking, bank fees can seem pretty cruel. Well, they did until I went to Volunteer State Bank. I found a bank with a local personalized service and free checking. Yeah, may I present to you Kasasa. Now, it's kind of like my checking account is paying me instead of the other way around.
Visit one of our 11 locations or anywhere you have a phone. Real people, real solutions right here. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Eli Lamb back out on the mound for the Full Count Rhythm to face 5. This is a pinch hitter. This is going to be Sostman, if I am remembering correctly, a left-handed hitting first baseman. Let's see if we can figure out. He should be number 25. Let me get my Bushnells out. See him take a cut here, and it is number 25. Pinch hitting Trevor Sostman, Sostman, 6'2", 250-pound sophomore from Willamette University, hometown Sherman Oaks, California. Pinch hitting for Matthew Reinhardt, who's 0 for 2 and struck out. And guess what? He started to throw his bat over to the rhythm side, but he's the 4th rotor to get plunked tonight. First of the night for Eli Lamb. Sostman in the DH role now. Owen Phillips, the second baseman, stands in. He's also been hit by a pitch. He's 0 for 1. Grounded out, soft liner to Spencer Yu. Got 3 ground outs to him last inning. The last one was a nice play that he ranged far to his left. Foul ball off the back left leg of Trace Simmons, picked up by our home plate umpire, Clint Magnuson, down at first. Luis Maldonado and Bryce McCallick in the interior of the diamond right now. 1-1 pitch. Fouled off. There's Gunnar Edwards. He's out. Is that, in fact, you feel good about that? That is the youngest Edwards, Logan? That is the youngest Edwards? I know it's not Grady D. He's got a broken foot. 1-2 pitch coming to the left-handed hitting second baseman. And another foul ball. And Garrett T. Edwards, the middle son. Not sure that that's him. That's going to be Gunnar B. Edwards, son of Grant and Ashley Edwards. Grant is the vice president of Full Count Ministries, the board. Eli Lamb delivers. They want to check to see if Phillips went. I didn't think he offered, and neither did Mr. McCallick. Caleb Warren in the on-deck circle. Lamb delivers a 2-2, lifted down the left field line. It's going to be out of our view, and it will be in foul territory over Staborski. Apparently cannot make the catch. And it count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. A brand new building that houses the dugout for the home team, Hendersonville High School's home field here at Drakes Creek Park, field number 3, that also has their new locker room, some offices, including a training room, a workout facility, and room for some cages. That slider missed down and gets in and out of the glove of Trey Simmons, but Sossman cannot advance, and we have a full count Ministries full count. But it is a large building that was not here last year, and it restricts the view from the press box down that left field line. Full count pitch is low. Owen Phillips trying to rally the troops as 2 free base runners have reached here in the top of the 7th. Lamb came on in relief for Chase Fernandez. And so a hit by a pitch and a walk will bring out Jimmy Gamboa, the pitching coach, wearing the number 34. Wonder if anybody bidding on 34. We'll just see. Time out while I make a bid. Larry Gore wants me to stay away from number 6. Is that for your son? What's that little Gore? What's the youngest Gore's? Riley and who is it? Is it Peyton? Is it Peyton? Why can I not remember? He's just finished his sophomore year at Liberty Creek. Well, they had an outstanding season baseball. But I do want to give a shout out to a Team Reese full count fall league player after this pitch. Breaking pitch in there for a called strike by Eli Lamb. Congratulations to Barrett Brown, a rising senior at White House High School, who was just named the Sumner County High School Baseball Player of the Year. He is a switch hitting catcher. It's a swing and a miss by Caleb Warren. Gets the count to 0-2 with 2 runners on and no outs. He is the younger brother to former Rhythm pitcher Zane Brown, who pitched 1 year at Cleveland State and then moved on to Belmont University. But Barrett Brown is a catcher, and he leads off for White House. They got into the state tournament this year, and he had an excellent year. That's chopped foul down to the on-deck circle. Barrett Brown has played 3 years with Team Reese in the full count high school woodbat fall league that is played here in Sumner County. Games played here at field number 3 and just to the left on field number 2 over at Beach High School and Station Camp High School. But the two-way player of the year that most people probably would say in Sumner County is probably the best player overall, Caden Powell, the left-handed pitcher. Or is he right-handed pitcher? He's a left-handed hitter. Lamb tried to catch one on that inside corner. Doesn't get the call. Caden Powell has already committed to play for Kentucky, the Wildcats in baseball. He's also the starting quarterback on the Beach Buccaneer football team and has been since the sophomore year. And the fastball is up. Count now goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. So he is the two-way player of the year in Sumner County. That was just named. I think it just came out in the Tennessean newspaper. But Barrett Brown will also play in the TBCA showcase for juniors and seniors. A swing and a miss on a breaking pitch. Eli Lamb picks up a Safeware strikeout for out number 1 here in the 7th. His second strikeout of the ball game. It's now 6 rotors that have gone down on strikes. As Elijah Nickel, the center fielder, stands in, grounded into a 3-2-3 doodat double play, and is flown out to the left fielder, swings and misses on a pitch outside. Also, Caleb Casey, another member of the Team Reese Full Count Fall League, has been tabbed to play on that Middle Tennessee, basically all-star team. There's 4 teams from 4 different regions of the state that will be playing and showcasing their talents at Vol State Community College. It's coming up in about 10 days, 11 days, June 17th and 18th. That'll be held at Vol State as the fastball rides high on the 0-2 pitch. Jim McGuire and the Vol State staff will host 100 players, 25 on each of the 4 rosters, one from West Tennessee, one from East Tennessee, and a couple in the Middle Tennessee region. 100 players will come and 6 games will be played. And there's another Safeware strikeout as that ball whispers at the outside corner for a called strike. Nickel goes down looking. And I will be taking 2 nights off for Full Count Rhythm broadcasts. That's a game at Paducah and then a home game. And Zach Williams will come in and handle the broadcast on that Wednesday night. I'll be broadcasting 4 games on Wednesday at Vol State for these rising juniors and seniors in high school. Should be some great baseball played over at Vol State. They'll have pro-style workouts on Tuesday, all 4 teams, and then there'll be 2 games played on that day. I think we're at around 2 o'clock in the afternoon and 6:30, and then the next day, 7-inning games in a showcase-style format that you can't just keep scoring and scoring. I think there's a pitch limit for the pitchers. Trish Howard come up with $85 on number 7. Trish, it's going to take you a Hyundai. It's going to take you a C note. I'm going to go to 95. Just get it ready. Just go ahead and throw your 100 on there as a check swing called a strike. Swing and a miss. Eli Lamb gets the swing and a miss and a Safeware strikeout, 3 in a row for Senior Lamb as he finishes his 3rd inning in relief. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 more rotors left on base as we go to the 7th inning stretch, and that means it's Johnny Cash time. And if you're at home, not here at the ballpark, just go ahead and YouTube the song Get in Rhythm. It's a toe tapper. That's what we're doing here at Drakes Creek Park. We'll be right back.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Hey, I've been thinking, bank fees can seem pretty cruel. Well, they did until I went to Volunteer State Bank. I found a bank with a local personalized service and free checking. Yeah, may I present to you Kasasa. Now, it's kind of like my checking account is paying me instead of the other way around.
Visit one of our 11 locations or anywhere you have a phone. Real people, real solutions, right here. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
And we're back on the Full Count Broadcast Network. Cancun Lagoon feeding the players for both teams tonight on Missions Night, Jersey Auction Night. They've been here all night long, as Meat Sweats should be here. It's a big swing and a miss on the first pitch delivered by Davis. He's out for his 2nd full inning of work. And Lou DeLessio grounds one to short. Austin Phillips over to Warren for out number 1. DeLessio 0 for 4 on the night. The leadoff batter for the Rhythm. Now John Paul Head stands in. Logan, is Meat Sweats out there tonight? They did not. They are? Okay. Meat Sweat's supposed to be here and I know that I saw Frosted Luau and I believe the local Lemon showed up tonight. John Paul Head's been on base all 3 times as Davis throws a breaking pitch behind him. John Paul did not pull that bat down either. These guys must not have learned that in college or high school yet. I learned that. Take it on the back. You don't want it in the gluteus maximus. Those hurt. You get hit in the rump roast, man. For some reason, it used to hurt me. 2-1 pitch, cracked down to third base. It is a foul ball. Nice stop by David Golden, but it was just foul. Both the home plate umpire, Clinton Magnuson, and Bryson McCallick down at third base both raised their hands. So they were in agreement. The call actually is the base umpires once it gets past the bag. I hope that Mr. Magnuson raised his hands after Mr. McCallick did. And the count goes 2-2. As a hit batter, the on-base machine, John Paul Head. First batter hit by Davis. Jackson Cawthron 0 for 3. Still looking for that elusive first hit. And this time he takes the first strike. Somebody's throwing bottles back there and missing. Is that you, Andrew? He might want to give up the basketball with the bottles anyway. You need to flatten them, throw over to first. Runner's back. Oh, you can't. Well, that's true. You can't flatten a Gatorade bottle. All right, folks, at the end of this half inning, the bidding ends. Trish, you better get up there. She's going to slide right in, right at the end. Cawthron lifts one out to right center field. Over to make the catch is Elijah Nickel for out number 2. And one more out. Trish, you're going to have to slide in. Adam Spate says he really hates dugouts. John Paul Head does not like to hang around with his teammates. You're right. Throw over to first. That could have been the final out. You better get your bids in, folks. I don't know how many I've got. Trish, am I going to get that number 7 jersey too? I haven't seen you. I think I don't know if I got one. I think somebody got is Logan Croc. Did somebody outbid me? I think I might have a couple, 4 or 5 of them tonight. I'm going to have to get out and get me a job at McDonald's or something. Called strike on the outside corner. Maybe I can go over to Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. I bet you Todd Hundley'd pay me to do what Mr. Norman does over there. Mr. Norman, 90-plus years old. He's like a host. Another throw over to first. And John Paul Head, who already has 2 stolen bags tonight. That's right. I thought he does have 4 now. He's 4 for 5. See if he's off. He is off. The pitch is grounded to the right side, right where second baseman Owen Phillips was standing, and that ends the bidding for the Missions Night jerseys as Blake Carter grounds out to the second baseman. No runs, no hits, no errors. One runner left on base. That's John Paul Head, who's been on all 4 times he's come to the plate. Picked up 2 big RBIs. So now it's time to pay the piper. 4 missions. Oh, she got in right there at the end. I thought I had me another jersey. Trish, you got in. You're a veteran at this, though. I mean, Carson's been with Full Count Rhythm now 4 years. Rick and Trish Howard down in Pike Road, Alabama. They've been up here and they've been through this a few times. How many number 7 jerseys do you have now? We'll take a quick break and be right back.
You might get to nap, but your money doesn't. Like right now. At Volunteer State Bank, it's working hard day and night, earning 4.5% APY. Playtime, drive time, anytime. You could be out with friends or on vacation, but your money, it doesn't take a break. You've worked hard for it. Now let it work hard for you. Open a free Kasasa Cash checking account today and earn 4.5 annual percentage yield if qualifications are met on balances up to $15,000.
Safeware is there when response is critical, assisting in the classroom as you shape the future of America, helping you build roadways and infrastructure for tomorrow. With protective solutions, innovative technology, and leading technical services, Safeware works tirelessly to provide our nation's workforce with confidence in their safety. Before, during, and after, Safeware is there.
Adele Staborski, how do you pay? You send a check. Let me give you a Venmo. My Venmo, you can just pay me. I'll get it to him. All right, I think we got, it is number 10, leadoff batter. Jacob Lott is on for the top of the 8th. Is Eli Lamb back out for his 4th inning. And he is right now the pitcher of record. Chase Fernandez, 4 innings of no hit, no run baseball. Other than the 3 that he hit. Jacob Lott 0 for 2. He's one of those that's been hit. Pops that one up and out of play. That'll get over toward the Merch Pavilion. And a AAA Autoglass foul ball. Glass breaking all over here. But you know what? AAA Autoglass is not just Autoglass. It's actually, I think they've changed their, maybe they've changed it. It's AAA glass now. As I finally pay attention to the ad inside the beautiful program, as that pitch to Lott in there for a called strike. It's just AAA glass now. I got to relearn a specialty sponsor. Lamb rocks and fires, lifted out to left field. Staborski goes back, but he hauls that one in for out number 1. Lamb, excellent first appearance for Full Count out of LSU Eunice. Nobody knows where Eunice is. They're a community college or a junior college down in Louisiana. AAA, well, they do. Think about it. They have an auto glass and a glass. First pitch to Austin Phillips in there for a called strike. He's 0 for 3. Fly out and a couple ground outs. Grounded into a 6-3 do-dat double play in the 3rd to end the inning. Swing and a miss. AAA located in, I think they're up there in Millersville for the local office up north of Hendersonville Beach area. It's another swing and a miss. Drops out of the glove of Simmons. He'll throw down to first base to record the out and another Safeware strikeout. 5th of the ball game for Lamb. That brings up the right fielder, Senor Perez. His dad Roger here taking in the ball game tonight. Jaden staying up in Fulton, Kentucky. I think he and A.J. Armstrong, Brady Davis, and I believe Sam Belt, who's another player from Clarksville, Tennessee, who attends Southeastern Illinois. We have not seen him yet. He's a middle infielder. Ground ball to the right side. It will go foul. I think the four of them are rooming together up in Fulton. So while they're there, Jaden's dad's staying in Jaden's apartment down here in Gallatin, since he attends Vol State Community College, just right down Gallatin Road from DC3 here. First game that Jaden Perez is playing here. I don't know if Paul and Nana for A.J. Armstrong ended up coming to the game or not, but A.J. not in the contest. Jack and Sharon are his parents. Kaylee, his sister. Paul, Mr. Ken Craddock, very kind to this broadcaster during his Vol State times. Sure appreciate them. A.J. Jaden, two of the 10 players for Vol State that join me probably about once every 2 weeks for Bible study. 3-1 pitch to Perez. That's in there for a called strike, apparently at the knees. Perez, who reached on an error his last plate appearance. Now looking at Full Count Ministries. Full Count. Stay tuned after the game. We'll have the Full Count Ministries verse of the game. Swing and a miss. Perez down on strikes for the second time and another Safeware strikeout. 1-2-3 inning for Eli Lamb. And we will go to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Rhythm looking to get some insurance runs. We'll be right back.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to Absolute Wellness starts here. We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Expecting the list to be brought up to the press box. That's what they've done in the past. Brooke Carmen, not sure if she's listening in or not. If you want to text me and let me know if that's what you're going to do, and we'll be able to announce as Brady Davis has hit Jake Merrick, who's walked twice and flew out to right field. Now been hit. That's the second hit batter. There we go. Oh, that's right. Here, let me take a picture of it, Kennedy. Let me take a picture. Can it? Getting the instructions from Kennedy Carmen, the number 2 daughter of Josh and Brooke Carmen. Ground ball foul down the third base line by Trey Simmons, looking for his first hit tonight. Came in 2 hits out of 11. Okay.
Y'all can keep that.
You're going to keep the money, we keep the list? Okay, this is just the front or the first 21. Okay. Tim, you need this back. Are you going to announce it, Tim, or no? Okay. All right. Well, we're going to get ahead of that on the broadcast, and Trace Simmons has just been rung up on a breaking pitch that whispers at the outside corner, and he's got the hat trick tonight. 3 Ks, a couple of them backwards, as Brady Davis picks up his second strikeout of the night. Parker Staborski, 2 for 3. Didn't get number 5. Somebody didn't tell me that. I guess Spencer Yu got his own jersey. Swing and a miss. Did I get any of them? Oh, Tim Reese. I did. That's 2. Todd Hundley got number 1. I bet you Logan Croc's staying at his place. Well, I'm going to say Todd Hundley is going to hand that jersey over to Logan Croc, who wears the number 1. Daborski down in the counter, ball and 2 strikes. Lori Gettelfinger, she got number 2. Paid more. And another backward K in the book as Staborski goes down looking. Back to back. Backward K's in the scorebook with Jake Merrick, who reached on the hit by pitch. And there's that number 5. I wonder how much they gave for that. I never saw anybody bid on number 5. Of course, I can't see them all. Lori Gettelfinger gets number 2 and number 4. That's Blake Carter's jersey. Larry Gore got 6. Do what? Line drive. Gets on the ground, and an errant throw from Owen Phillips to Austin Phillips. I think Austin Phillips might have thought that Owen was going to throw to first. And Owen thought that Austin was going to receive the throw and step on the base. So an E4 will allow Spencer Yu in his number 5 jersey to get on at first base. It's only my grandson's favorite number. That was his jersey he wore. He was number 5 for the Red Sox. That's okay. Go ahead and get it for your college-age son. My grandson, he's got plenty of years to get a jersey. Larry Gore got number 6. Trish Howard came in right there at the wire and got that number 7 jersey. My son, Wilson Reese, pulled down number 8. Jake Merrick's number. Logan Croc, who wears that number 1, at the plate with now 2 on and 2 out. Leanne Head got number 9. Adele Staborski, you got number 10. Wow. That's Parker Staborski's. I wonder if they know each other. Probably do. I mean, that's not a real common name. Nolan Sargent's picked up, I believe this is the Donna, it says D. Slater. I believe she's checked in on Facebook. And she has actually also provided research during past broadcasts. I think it's Donna. Haven't seen tonight. Number 13 picked up by yours truly. Foul ball on a pitch that nearly hit Logan Croc. He fouls that one over to the Rotors dugout. Number 14, Charlie Bozeman's number picked up by a family member. The Dorns picked up number 16. That's the number that will be worn by Evan Beckman of Wright State, the Wright State Raiders, but he has not joined the team yet. Hey, I picked up number 17 as well, Jonas Smithson's number. 2-2 pitch. Runner from second goes. Line drive into right field past the diving Owen Phillips. That will score an insurance run. RBI single by Logan Kroc as he's a late game performer. Lines that one. He's 2 for 4 tonight. Good to see Logan Kroc getting some good vibes. That's an unearned run as the inning was extended via the error. But it's a big run for Full Count. They now lead 3-0. And Lou DeLessio trying to get off the schneid. Swings at the first pitch, fouls it to the rhythm dugout. Number 18 jersey worn by Ryan Sweeney, picked up by M. Christensen. Jana Swope, I think that's Brad Swope's wife's name, picks up number 19, Carter Kelly's jersey. Number 20, Lou DeLessio's picked up by B. Carey, I believe is what's written down here, Kerry. Now, DeLessio down in the count 0-2. And Eli Lamb's picked up by N. Lamb. So that's the first 21 numbers. Then the rest, I'm going to guess N. Lamb is Nicole Lamb. 0-2 pitch, breaking pitch, chopped to third. And not being able to handle that one is David Golden as he was trying to catch and step on the base at the same time. Another error keeps the inning alive for the Rhythm. It's the second error in the inning, third for the ball game. For the Rotors, DeLessio reaches on the fielder's choice. Spencer Yu moves down to third base on the E5. And out of the dugout comes J.D. Willis, and Brady Davis's night is over. We'll take a break, see if I can recover a little bit, get a little bit of water for the remainder of this ball game, and tell you about the new pitcher when we return on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
New pitcher on for the Rotors. Glad you asked that, Ken. Number 17, Maxwell Snyder, 6'2", 220-pound right-hander from the College of Worcester. He's from Marysville, Ohio. And I bet you that Marysville is pretty close to Central Ohio. But I'm just spitballing there, being a Cincinnati, Ohioan myself. I think Marysville. I know it's north of Cincinnati, because if you go south of Cincinnati, you're in Kentucky. You're in Florence, y'all. All right, I've been handed the next set of jersey winners. Brandon Jaggers picks up number 22, Corbin Crosby's number. Hello, Newman, as the Newman family picked up. That was one of the new board members. Jacob Newman's dad. Why am I vapor locking right now? As pitcher and catcher need to figure out. Jeff Newman, there we go. Big Full Count guy down in Birmingham. So the Newmans picked up Jacob Newman's number 23. Nobody at 24, 25, or 26. 27 picked up by Jay Myers. It's J.C. Myers' number. 28, Sweeney family member. Donna Slater. I'm just kidding. Don't send it to my Venmo. I actually don't even have a Venmo. Brooke Carmen will. They do have Venmo. So she'll probably put that on the Facebook. There you go. Replying to Donna. It's Full Count Ministries. John Paul Head with the bases loaded. Lifts one out to right field. That's pretty well hit. Jaden Perez is back. Still going back. He's not going to catch this one. It gets off the wall, and that will clear the bases. That's a 3-run dudette double by John Paul Head. That get into the deep into the night. He picks up 3 more RBIs. Telling you, he's trying to get the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate player of the game for the 3rd time in 6 games. He now has 5 RBIs in the ball game. Been on base all 5 times he's come to the plate. All these runs unearned. Jackson Cothran, number 25, one of those numbers not bid on. At the plate. 0 for 4. Let's get you one right here, Jackson, just for the fun of it. Change up, taken down low. Two hits in the inning, 2 errors. Also for the Rotors. There's a ground ball to the right side. Owen Phillips stays down, gloves it, and throws on to first to retire Cothran. The Rhythm send 8 to the plate here in the 8th. And score 1, 2, 3, 4 unearned runs. And we'll head to the top of the 9th with a 6-0 lead. We'll take a break and be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to absolute wellness starts here.
Compliant with code. If you're a facility manager or building owner, you've heard the term plenty of times. At Corson Fire and Security, we work to keep buildings compliant with the most demanding code of all, our own. We've been protecting people and property since before most of today's codes were even written. And what we've learned along the way makes us the best choice to partner with for the future. Corson Fire and Security, celebrating 70 years. Learn more at corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Hendersonville Firefighters Association called to the bullpen for the Rhythm. Carter Kelly out of Lipscomb University, 6'1", 185-pound left-hander from Pulaski, Tennessee. Giles County High School product, the son of David and Nikki Kelly. Brother to Aiden and Ethan, grandson of Papa and Nana. They're in Pulaski, as are Papa Phil and Nana JJ. Nathan Neal is Carter Kelly's mentor, and he's on in relief here in the top of the 9th, trying to nail this one down. See if the Rhythm can get their first shutout of the year. Eli Lamb, the pitcher of record, goes 4 innings. Gives up 1 hit, no runs. Walks 1 batter, strikes out 6. is in line for his first victory in his first appearance. Eli Lamb did plunk a batter. And Trey Simmons now and Carter Kelly will have to get together. Lamb faces 16 batters. He's going to face 4, 5, and 6 in the Railroaders lineup. Chris Henson, Trevor Sossman, and Owen Phillips. There's one hit, and that's a flare single by Caleb Warren in the 5th inning. Let's get through the rest of these jersey numbers. So Sweeney picks up number 28, Dawson Sweeney's number. The Heralds got the Logan Harrell's number. Imagine that. First pitch from Kelly sails over the glove of Trey Simmons, Trey Simmons. So he just sails over Carter Kelly's head. Says, there you go. Spencer Yu decides that ball apparently is unthrowable, so he rolls it toward the Rhythm dugout. Chris Henson's 0 for 2. He walked in the second. 1-0. Also high. Logan Kelly had an appearance already this year. There it is. Now I find it. Went 1 2/3 innings. He wants to forget about that one. 4 runs, one of those was earned. Walked 4 batters, struck out 1. Also hit a batter. So the 3-0 pitch gets in there for a called strike. As the Railroaders bus, I see the lights just went on. They've got a long drive back to Fulton. Got a timeout called here. Not sure. Carter Kelly apparently is wearing something that is not allowed. So his teammate from Lipscomb, Blake Carter, coming over to give him an encouraging glove bump there. All right, the jersey number 30, Braylon Hall, picked up by a family member. 3-1 in there for a called strike. Now a full count Ministries full count. Hayden Choates, folks, got the number 32. 31, I missed. Derek Simmons picks up Trey Simmons' number. Lori Gettlefinger does get Josh Carman's number 33. And the full count pitch is down low, ball 4. Did not get through everybody here yet. Let's get to them as Trevor Sossman, who came on as a pinch hitter in the 7th. My watch goes off, thinks I asked it a question. Swung on and fouled to the screen. Tim Reese picks up the number 34. 34 is worn by Jimmy Gamboa. Not for long. I won 13, 17, and 34. Full count Rhythm. They know where the money is right here. You can't hide money, Brooke. You cannot hide money. That's that government pension. My wife just won't eat for a week. T. Stewart picks up number 35. Well, I guess that's somebody related to Jonathan Stewart. Yanked glove side. That'll get by Simmons, and a wild pitch moves Chris Henson down to second base. Assume that is still Chris wearing that number 7. Their Railroaders aren't going to auction off that uniform right there. We've seen that one. At the brown jersey tops, I think they're wearing gray. Yep, gray bottoms. this tinted window right here. A little hard to see through. I got to quit wearing white shirts. Another one low and outside, and the count goes 3-1. I think, or is it 2-1? Our scorebug's got 3-1, but a little delay on that scoreboard here at Drakes Creek Park. Still not showing 3-1. It still shows 2 balls and a strike. Is Logan Harrell still here? Is he still here? There we go. Apparently the internet running slow here tonight. Logan, but we need production, buddy. We don't need excuses. Okay, are we working here or what? Come on, Tyler Cruz. Are you FaceTiming your girlfriend? Oh. Did I just go low to you there, Logan? Tyler Cruz isn't listening in tonight. I know it. That was a low shot. That was uncalled for. 3-1 pitch swung on and foul tipped into the mitt. Let's see. Lori Gelfinger. I'm assuming she's Lori G again. She got, maybe this is a different. Eli Emery's number 36, picked up by Lori G. B. Sims, related to Garrett Sims. Check swing, ball 4 for Sostman. Back-to-back walks for Carter Kelly. It's going to bring up Owen Phillips. The Dorns also picked up number 38. That's Landon Ward's number. Nobody bid on number 39. That's Eli Potter's number. Lori Gettelfinger also got Roman Patrica's number 40. Tell you what, she opened the vault. Lori and Scott Gettelfinger. I wonder if Scott knows that of the tremendous outlay. He does now if he's listening in. First pitch to Phillips. Misses. He's been hit by a pitch and lined out softly to Spencer Yu and also walked as, hey, that's my jerseys walking out there to the mound. Jimmy Gamboa. 34, you know what 3 plus 4 means, or adds to, don't you? 7. So if I can't get 7, I get 34. Todd Hundley, he got number 42. Who's wearing number 42? Nobody. Chase Fernandez is number 43, Monica. No last name. Monica, no last name. Let's see if there's a Monica for Chase Fernandez's family. Who thinks yes? Lex and Jennifer. So, maybe that's his girlfriend. Has he got a girlfriend? He's too young to have a girlfriend. He's an incoming freshman. Wait a minute. His girlfriend is his aunt? Logan. That's weird. Corbin Snyder, number 44, picked up by Jay Odell. I mean, if you go back and do a transcript, you can see how I got there. 1-0 pitch, swung on and foul tipped into the mitt. I can't hear you. Mark Dixon picked up Tim Dixon's number 45. Zach Williams, man, the big insurance man, must have sold a policy today. He came strong. Number 46 and 47 and 49. Get out of town. I mean, Chandler Phelps picked up 48. These are numbers not worn. Nobody above 45. Tim Dixon is the last player number. Popped up on the right side. Blake Carter over toward the fence out of our view, and he makes the catch for out number 1 here in the 9th. You know how I know he made the catch? Owen Phillips is walking off the field. That was in foul territory. And it was Kelly now a third of an inning. Caleb Warren steps in. He's 1 for 2. Got the only hit of the ball game for the Rotors, who come in with a 2-3 record. They're on a 2-game winning streak. Full Count won the first 3 games. Lost game 4 and picked up the win against Paducah on Wednesday night. First pitch to Warren in there for a called strike. Todd Neal picked up number 50 as that pitch gets to the backstop. Another wild pitch. moves Henson down to third and Sossman to second. So there goes the traditional double play. And I can't read the writing here. L-O, and I don't know if it's an N-E-R, a W-E-R, but somebody loner. I don't have that one. What did you read off there, Tim? Have you read 51 yet? we might need a ruling. Then on number 55, the Dorns picked up number 55 as well. So hope you were listening and paying attention. But Brooke Carmen, she's the administrator for the Full Count Ministries. She's got it all figured out. 3-1 pitch to Warren, swing and a miss. The Full Count Ministries full count. Again, stay tuned after the game. We'll have the Full Count Ministries verse of the game, and we're going to have the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate player of the game. Again, John Paul Head, and then maybe the pitching staff here. Swing and a miss and a Safeway strikeout. For out number 2 in the ninth. Warren went out of the strike zone there for that strikeout. That'll bring up Elijah Nickel. The final hope for the Rotors as the Rhythm leads 6-0. There's a strike on the knees on the outside corner. Rhythm scored 2 in the bottom of the 5th, 4 unearned runs in the bottom of the 8th. Stopper foul. John Paul Head with 5 RBIs of the 6 runs scored. On base all 5 times he came to the plate, 2 for 2, walked twice, was hit by a pitch, and just kept on hitting. 0-2 down to the last strike. Nickel does not offer at the high fastball. Again, thanks to all of you that donated and made bids on the jerseys tonight. I think they're maybe the best looking Missions Night jerseys that we've had. Says Reetmo right across the top. You got a different what year? The real light color, kind of the beige looking. That was my least favorite of all of them. But I'm gonna tell you, swinging a ground ball to Spencer Yu on one hop and throw over to first. And this one belongs to the Rhythm. Full Count gets the shutout victory as Carter Kelly comes in and puts a little excitement in it with a couple of walks to begin the inning, but a pop-out, strikeout, and a ground-out ends this ball game. The Rhythm pick up their first shutout of the year. So 2 hours and 17 minutes. Nope, longer than that. 9, that's going to be 29, 37 minutes. I got to do this adding. I couldn't do hockey very well at all. And the Rhythm moved to 5-1 on the season. The Railroaders fall to 2-4. Winning pitcher Eli Lamb moves to 1-0. Losing pitcher is Grant Baskin, and I don't know his record at all. And no save in the ball game. But our Chick-fil-A of Rivergate players of the game are going to be John Paul Head, who goes 2 for 2 and 5 RBIs, walks twice, and is plunked by a pitch. On base all 5 times he comes to the plate. And he now has, let me check my stats here with those 5 RBIs. John Paul Head now has 14 RBIs in the 4.5 games that he's played. Wow, what a start to his season. So he goes 2 for 2, now has 9 hits. He's 9 for 15, whatever. It's better than 538, what he was at when he came into tonight's ball game. So congratulations to Eli Lamb. The other 2 pitchers, Chase Fernandez, the starter, Carter Kelly, pitched a combined one-hit shutout to blank the Railroaders. Let's get to our Full Count Ministries verse of the game, which is found in the book of Isaiah tonight for Missions Night. On mission, I remember this being one of the verses that various people had commented about during the week, and it's a missions type of a verse, and it's found in Isaiah chapter 52, verse 7 says, "How beautiful on the mountains are the feet of those who bring good news, who proclaim peace, who bring good tidings, who proclaim salvation, who say to Zion, your God reigns." And that's what missionaries do, and they go to places that don't have churches on every corner, don't have Bibles that are accessible to them, and they become the hands and the feet of Jesus. So we want to thank you for bidding on the Missions Night jerseys tonight, and would ask you to pray for those that will be heading out. As a matter of fact, they're heading out tomorrow very early in the morning, the first group heading to Mazante, Nicaragua. They'll play baseball. They'll speak to the families and all the people that'll come around, the baseball players. And Full Count now, after being on mission in Nicaragua since 2010, is well known in that region. It really, a lot of places in Nicaragua. Ocotal, Mazante, Las Mesas. I mean, there's all kinds of little villages. Somoto. Golly, I'm not even remembering all of the places that I've been down there, but just some wonderful, wonderful people down there. And if Wilson, when you go down there, make sure to tell Miss Carolina that I said hello. So that'll do it from Drakes Creek Park. We got started a little bit later, but thankfully a pretty quick game, 2 hours, 37 minutes, and the Rhythm get the victory. 6 runs on 6 hits for the Rhythm. No runs, 1 hit for the Railroaders. The Rhythm will be on the road tomorrow night for their first trip to Henderson, Kentucky, to take on the Henderson Flash. Then right back here on Sunday evening to take on Hoptown. So 4 games in a row, home, away. And that last away game, that'll be the first day of kids camp. And then the Rhythm that afternoon will be on the road to Madisonville to take on the Miners, who are, I think they are also only have 1 loss. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. That's not happening real quick. You can go to the OVL, Ohio Valley League website, just like I can. Jay Myers, we had a lot going on the broadcast tonight, so didn't have time to really interact other than for Mission Jersey night. But a great night at the ballpark. Thankfully, the rain subsided here after the first inning or 2. Eli Lamb gets the victory. The Chick-fil-A Rivergate players of the game are John Paul Head and our 3 pitchers, Chase Fernandez, Eli Lamb, and Carter Kelly. That'll do it from the ballpark. And those of you that scored jerseys, I hope you enjoy them, or maybe gift those for birthday or Christmas, as I will. I don't wear jerseys anymore, Andrew. Another great night tonight by Andrew Holmes on the computer and camera switching. So big thanks to him. And for all of you that listened in, we had over 130 people at one point in time listening, as we were the only game in the Ohio Valley League tonight. Well, that'll do it from Drakes Creek Park. Safe travels to the Railroaders as they head back to Fulton. So for John Smithson, the Director of Ministries of Full Count Ministries, and Josh Carmen, the General Manager and Head Coach. This is Tim Reese saying God bless you. Thank you for watching and listening on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
This has been another Full Count Rhythm Baseball game presented by Full Count Ministries and Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We'll see you next time right here on the Full Count Broadcast Network.